Rahul Tewatia, remember the name, because trust me, we are not tired of saying it after his amazing comeback. And as impressive as his form has been, let's be honest, even that has to take a backseat to some of the memes he's inspired. Have a look at this. He's been memed as Bruce Banner turning into the Hulk, and he's even forced everyone, except me of course, because I'm an absolute sweetheart, to rush to go back in time and delete any negative comments that were made about him. And trust me, there were quite a few. Your grandmothers would be so ashamed of you all. But if we really want to tug on the heartstrings, then look no further than his own franchise, Rajasthan Royals, who made a sweet plea to 2020 that, let's be honest, has been a difficult year on us all, to make a turn for the good like their main man. If you're wondering what I'm on about, I'm Alexis Nunes, and this is ESPNcricinfo's The Chatter. Now let's face it, we're all still kind of drunk off of what was Rajasthan's stunning victory over Kings 11 Punjab, and as impressive as Rahul Tewatia's innings was, a certain YUVRAJ Singh wasn't about to let us forget one very important detail, and that was that Tewatia still only managed to hit 5 sixes in an over, which means that UV is still the only Indian batsman to hit 6 sixes in an over in a T20. Nice to see someone is still keeping count. Now, remember that amazing save by Nicholas Pooran to deny Sanju Samson a 6 in that same match? Well, of course you do. And Sachin Tendulkar remembers it too, so much so that the little master even took to Twitter to say it was the best save he has ever seen. But then he produced a stunning save himself by giving props to his good friend JONTY RHODES, who was pretty good with his hands too in the field. Get you a friend that has your back like Sachin has JONTY. Now, we get it. Everyone wants to get their Nicholas Pooran fielding on, right? But I'm not so sure that this method of practice is really going to be much help for Akshar Patel. Although I have to admit, now that I think of it, that there are some pretty impressive takes there, but if he carries on, he might just be having to book a trip to the dentist. Now, remember on the last episode of The Chatter how we were talking about how 2020 is a really weird year and weird things keep happening, like ABD'S and Virat Kohli kind of merging into the same person? Well, it's kind of happened again. Let's enter the twilight zone once more and have a look at this shot by Steve Smith. Ooh. Look familiar? Of course it does. It looks like Steve Smith is slowly merging into his former Pune Supergiant teammate, MS Dhoni. And maybe that is the secret behind his recent rapid-fire 50 against Kings 11 Punjab. And finally, on the topic of big hitters, AB de Villiers was pretty much AB de Villiers in RCB's recent and stunning win over Mumbai. I mean, he was hitting some shots down the ground that looked like he was just teeing off at a golf course. I wonder what his secret is. Well, wonder no more, because thanks to Aaron Finch, we now know it is none other than teeing off on a virtual golf course. Have a look at this sweet setup in the RCB team room. So that's the secret then. Cricketers and golf go together like peanut butter and jelly, or me and the chatter. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of ESPNcricinfo's The Chatter. I'm Alexis Nunes, and make sure to join us next time.